Hey, good morning. Good morning. Oh, Opa's still in the waiting room. Come on in. It's time to get moving. Grab your coffee and take a sip. Got that? Unstoppable. Yep, that's us today. We are unstoppable. Even if it is going to be like, in the triple dig. Good morning, Stephen. Even if it's going to be in the triple digits this morning, we can handle it. Right after I'm with you, I'm going to zoom over to the tennis court. Okay, in this weather, nobody zooms, but I'm going over the tennis court. I haven't played in a few days. I think I'm up to it this morning. Go play a little doubles, see if I can get some exercise in before it is absolutely impossible to be outside today. Yeah, we've got some heat warnings going on here again, triple digits. Oh, and speaking of hot, you know how they say, oh, it isn't just hot, it's Africa hot. I got an email back from the safari place in Africa. Did I mention that to you even? Well, apparently they're open again. The borders are open, and the US and South Africa can exchange humanoids, and looks like Indy and I have to find a date because we're gonna go visit South Africa. So for all my friends, and there are a lot of members of What Do I Say, What Do I Do who live in Africa. I'm not sure exactly what countries we'll get to, but that's the plan. The plan is maybe October, November, be in South Africa again. Oh, I love South Africa. I can't wait to go back to the animals. And I have to find that there was this one place I went that it was probably my favorite place in all of Africa because it was a preserve for baby lions. Yeah, like orphan lions. They had probably, oh, I don't know, 30 more maybe baby lions. I mean, like kitten-sized lions. And there was this great big man-made hill that was like it was almost like steps, but it was like a hill, and you'd climb up this thing, and all these little lions would come and climb all over you, and they're babies, so they bite you, but they have like baby teeth, and they come and clamp on you and play with you just like a little puppy or a kitten. Oh, be surrounded by baby lions. It was just amazing. Yeah. Okay, enough about Africa. I'll have plenty to tell you if we actually get there this year. 58 degrees, Opa. Are you kidding me? Steven says it was 52 when he woke up. Gorgeous day indeed. Good morning, everybody. Oh, good morning, Ginny. Glad you're here. Okay, so yesterday in 1896, the temperature hit 127 degrees in Fort Mojave, California. Desert, yeah. Yesterday, it was supposed to hit 120, but honestly, I don't think it went over 118. No kidding. It was pretty hot. The chicks did really well. I mean, they had a great time. It's shady where the coop is in the back, and Bob was up front, and he had a fan on her, so she was fine. And we still got. And no, the egg was not hard boiled, although I haven't checked it. She did lay an egg yesterday, and now I'm gonna have to check and see if it was hard boiled. Let's see. Okay, this is just like basically for people who live in the desert, because in 1977, the Oracle Corporation, which is a software development corporation, was incorporated by a few people. And one of them was Larry Ellison, who owns so much of this Coachella Valley here, including the club where I play tennis. Yeah, the Indian Wells Tennis Center, tennis garden, where they have all the big, yeah, they're having it this year in October. Yeah, it's like the number 5 spot in the world for tennis. Anyway, Larry Ellison owns it, so that was a little salute to Larry Ellison. What does it say there besides hi? Yes, Bob is short for Roberta. That is exactly right. I have this thing with my chickens. I don't name them. I listen to them and they tell me what their name is. That's how that's how they get their names. They name themselves. Yes, they do. In 1858, Abraham Lincoln accepted the Illinois Republican Party nomination for the Senate. That in itself is not that cool, but here's what he said, and it holds so true today. One of my favorite Lincoln quotes: true for a country, true for a family, true for any relationship. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Take that in. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Just saying. Oh, I'm looking at the little notes on the side here. You can't see them, but they're right here on the side of my computer. Larry Ellison went to the same high school as Ginny in Chicago. I didn't know he was a Chicago kid. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, this was cool. In 1893, a guy named R.W. Ruckheim, 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 invented something that we still use today. He did this in 1893. He invented Cracker Jack. Yeah. Did you know it's been around for so long? I knew that my father had Cracker Jack when he was a kid, and his toys were a lot better than my toys, which were way better than the junk they put in there now. I mean, when I was a kid and you would get the toy in the Cracker Jack box, you could actually play with it. I mean, it was actually something. Now, you guys can see each other's comments. I know you can. So come on. And I also see how many people are watching. So everybody say hi. Come on. Let's all get it together. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember this as being a big deal, even though I wasn't all that old. I was just in junior high. But in 1961, Rudolf Nureyev, the ballet dancer, the famous ballet dancer, he defected from Russia to the United States. I don't know that we really have defections anymore, but that was still a big deal, where somebody famous would say, hey, I need protection. I need to leave my country and come to your country. Yeah, interesting. Although with what's going on right now, I mean, Biden and Putin are meeting right now. We may get more defections. I don't know. 1978. You're the one that I want. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at me. I'm Sandra. I like to say Sandra Lee because that's who I really am. Anyway, Grease opened on Broadway in 1978. And in 1980, the Blues Brothers opened. Oh, come on. Who didn't love the Blues Brothers, right? The Blues Brothers were actually really good. I mean, fun to listen to. And it makes me think of the Traveling Wilburys. And maybe that's where they got the idea to do what they did and take these great people and put them together and create this non-group group. Yeah. I don't know. And did the Blues Brothers ever do an album? Did they ever or was it just the show? I don't know. Today is Bloomsday. And I thought, Bloomsday, what is that? Is that like flowers and stuff like that? No, actually. It's based on James Joyce's Ulysses, right? And the main character, Bloom. And it takes place all on one day, today. So today is Bloomsday. Fresh Veggies Day. But it's also Fudge Day, so you don't have to eat just veggies. And I don't suggest eating fudge-covered veggies. I think that would be kind of gross. It's No Orange Clothes Day. And I tried to figure out I always do this, by the way. When I see what the days are for, what the holidays are, I try and figure out what they are. I make up in my head what they are. And then if I'm not happy with what I came up with, I look up to see what they actually are. So, sometimes I just make this stuff up, right? You do know that. Yeah, it kind of keeps me, thinking in the morning. Anyway, there's no orange clothes day. And I thought, well, what do you think? Was that started by somebody who just doesn't like orange? No, actually, it started, did I write down how long ago? Like in the 1700s in Holland. There was a ruling in Holland that said no one could wear orange. There was like something with William of Orange and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Holland and orange are kind of synonymous. I mean, it is the color of the country now. And I believe it was kind of the color then, but they had this one day when, they were saying, no, you can't wear orange, it's a bad color. And there were all kinds of political issues going on, going back, hundreds of years. So now one day a year they have Don't Wear Orange Day, No Orange Clothes Day. And the best way to celebrate it, they said, you're going to love this, is by wearing orange clothes to show your solidarity with Holland. I don't really get it, but it is No Orange Clothes Day, so I followed the rules. I am not wearing orange clothes today. That's all there is to it. It's Sea Turtle Day and Wish Fulfillment Day. But more important, 1903 was a very big year. The Ford Motor Company was incorporated, and so was Pepsi-Cola. So you could see the USA in your, not Chevrolet, but in your Ford while drinking a Pepsi. Yeah, it would work. And in 1963, Valentina Tereshkova. Sounds like a ballet dancer, doesn't it? No, she was the first female astronaut. Cosmonaut? Well, she was Russian, so I guess it's a cosmonaut. I don't know. Happy birthday, Stan Laurel. Laurel and Hardy? Yeah. Laurel was the skinny guy. He was kind of the foil to big, fat Hardy's. Have you ever watched Laurel and Hardy? It's actually very funny. Well, you have to kind of like slapstick. But it's pretty good. Oh, also, it is the birthday of Jon Snow. Yeah, so if you're like me and you're a Game of Thrones fans, that would mean something, except that it's not that Jon Snow. This was an English physician, but I had to share it with you because I got so excited when I saw the name, because I have a little crush. I have a little secret crush on Jon Snow. He's awesome. We're already, by the way, almost at the end of season 5. There were only 7 seasons. I own season 6 on DVD somewhere. We don't have HBO, so I have to find season 7. Maybe I'll buy it. I don't know. IBM was incorporated on this day in 1911. It's been around for quite a long time. And, we have so many things like IBM that it just becomes a name all by itself. But you know that it stands for International Business Machines. That's what it was initially. My Uncle Jerry in Chicago worked for IBM for most of his life. And it certainly is taking care of my auntie right now because that stock really did well. Here's to IBM. There's another one. And I might have even mentioned it before. I don't know. But like the Nabisco Company. We all know it as Nabisco. Nabisco stands for National Biscuit Company. Did you know that? There you go. There's your trivia for today. Let's see. Somewhere over the rainbow. In 1902, The Wizard of Oz opened up in New York, in Chicago. Not even in New York, in Chicago. Yes, Ginny, in Chicago. Yes, Stephen, in Chicago. And I got a message from Stephen. Hi, Stephen. I'm going to Chicago next month. And I think Stephen and I are going to go have a cup of coffee. Yeah, a sip and a smile. Maybe, Stephen, I'll make you wake up really, really early. Oh, you know what? If I'm in Chicago, do I still do morning coffee with Sandye at 6 a.m. or do I do it at 8 a.m.? This is a question. This is a question. If I do it at 8, then it'll be like doing it at 6 at home. We'll have to work on that. And then I can sleep in for 2 hours. How cool is that? Oh, did you love Forrest Gump? I mean, seriously, who doesn't love Forrest Gump? That's number one. But I was reading about this guy who I think is like the real Forrest Gump, because his name was Otto E. Funk, which sounds kind of like, I mean, it does, doesn't it? I mean, it's like a weird name like Gump. In 1929, Otto E. Funk did a marathon walk from New York to Los Angeles. It says that he went the 4,165 miles in 183 days. So I did the math. That means this guy for 43 days walked an average of 23 miles a day. That's a lot of hoofing. I really think that's where Forrest Gump came from this guy. He really did it. Except I don't know that he met all those famous people along the way. Can I give you some? I should have done this earlier so I could like make it. No. Yes, it's 2 hours later in Chicago, so that's why I said 8 a.m. in Chicago would be 6 a.m. here, so I get to sleep in when I go on my trip. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not going to lie. In 1944, there was a young man, a 14-year-old named George Stinney, a young man of color who was wrongly executed for murdering 2 white girls. Yeah. I'd like to think it was a different time. I'd like to believe that it could never happen again. But I would also like us all to take a moment, not just for George Stinney, but for his family and his friends, and for everybody else who has been wrongly accused, wrongly found guilty, wrongly punished. It sucks. Okay, let's bring it back up, huh? Bring it back up. Today's word art. Do not underestimate yourself. Do not underestimate your ability. Believe in you. So this actually, somebody asked me, where do you get all these ideas for your word art? I don't know. They just come into my head and I write them down. But this one, I can tell you exactly where it came from. I was playing tennis with someone the other day, and she said, "Oh, you run so fast. I don't run like you do." And I said, "We all can run. It's just, I don't quit. I don't give up. Even if I'm not sure I can make it, I decide I can make it, and I keep going and I make it." And I watched this woman run after a ball, or run to get a ball, and decide, you could see it happen, decide in her head that she couldn't make it. So she stopped one step short of reaching the ball. And I said to her afterwards, "Do you know what kept you from hitting that ball?" And she looked at me and she said, "Yeah, I couldn't get there." I said, "No, you quit before you got there. One more step and you would have had that ball." And she looked at me amazed. And I said to her, "You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you can, because you can." And I Where do you? It was so awesome because the next time she had to run for a ball, she didn't quit. She kept going and she got the ball, and it was so cool. Okay, I love when that happens. Good one, Stephen. Stephen says his running is proportional to what might be chasing him. For example, big bear equals run fast. I don't need that kind of motivation. If it looks like I should move, I just move and I give it all I got every time. Sorry, it's just me. I may not be running quite so fast today because I haven't played in a few days, and I'm sure that I don't want to overdo it today, but I am going to go play. In the meantime, my friends, have a delightful, glorious, fabulous Wednesday, and I will see you on Thursday. Be here or be square or something like that. And I'll see you for a sip or a gulp and a smile. I got a feeling I'm not going to make it through 3 sets today, but if I can even get 1 set in, that would be awesome. See you tomorrow. Stay cool. You too, Ginny. Bye-bye.